Hey there everybody, how's it going? My name is Dark and yet another Guild Wars 2 video. So let's get right into it, and it's going to be a profession spotlight video, and today we're going to be looking at the Thief, which uses sword, dagger, pistols, dagger, offhand dagger and pistol, and two-handed short bow. And the Thief has a variety of abilities, mostly using stealing, dual skills, stealth, and shadow stepping. And we're going to take a little bit of look at in-depth into this class. And their resource management is actually, or their resources is called initiative. And basically your number one ability doesn't use up initiative. You see those diamonds there, and they don't use ability. They don't use up resources, but all the other abilities do. So you got to resource manage your abilities that way. And as you can see, as with looks like any melee class, power seems to be the most desired trait for the Thief. So let's take a look at a few abilities here that you start off with. If you have a dagger, double strike, heart seeker, jump at it, death blossom. As you can read there, I'm not gonna go and read everything for you. A lot of bleeds, a lot of slows, and such like that. Like you see the cripple there, and cloak and dagger. Again, this is very much a rogue class, but I gotta say one thing about this class is that it has the coolest looking combat of all the other classes. I mean, there's especially one move where you leap over the target. It is freaking awesome. I'm probably not going to play a Thief, but I have to admit they have the best looking combat, at least of all the melee classes. Don't even get me started on the Guardian. I don't even know who's going to play Guardian. They look so cheese. But anyways, we're not talking about the Guardian. You see that flip there? That is what I'm talking about. Very, very cool stuff. And in here I'm just giving you guys a sample of what the combat looks like. And it does very much feel like a rogue. I know a lot of people say stop comparing it to other games, but it is essentially what a rogue is. See, I love that freaking move. I absolutely love it. Even if it's not appropriate for the situation that I'm using it, I gotta use it anyways because it looks freaking badass. But yeah, it's essentially a rogue from WoW, except it's not like WoW's rogue where you can stealth unlimitedly. I guess you can say that word. Until you get hit or until you attack. You can actually you pop into stealth and pop out of stealth. Maybe further down the line when you're hot, your level's a lot higher, but I don't see that happening. I don't know. There it is again. Really cool. I just like leaped in front of him. I just love that, using that one particular move. The jumps around, you stab him in the air and then you stab him in his back. Absolutely wonderful. And but yeah, it's essentially what you would expect from a rogue class. They have this ability about steal. You get to steal stuff, money from your enemy. I mean, I don't see the appeal of that particular move, but okay, I guess you could go around stealing people. Or stealing enemies, but I don't know. But everything else of it just feels so good doing those moves. Other than that, I mean, I'm not like, it's just my play style. This is a very nice class, very well done. The combat is enjoyable, but I'm just not the type of sneaking around, jumping in and out of combat rogue style play, and that's what this style caters to. You can't just go on, if you go on full on head on with a heavy armored class or a class who has a lot of utilities, you're screwed. You have to jump in and out of combat, vanish, I'm using rogue terms, but disappear, and it just doesn't suit my personal playstyle. I like to go in. I am more of a warrior just go in head first and just rip everything to shreds. And that's why I'm leaning a lot towards, when the game goes live, playing a Char Warrior. But the Thief class, but we're not talking about that class yet. We're talking about the Thief. And I was impressed. This, by far, out of all the melee classes, I have to say, has the coolest looking combat. As you can see, jumping around doing nothing. I don't even know how some MMOs they don't allow jumping. It's like everyone does it. It's like something to do when you're like going around. You just jump, or you're talking or chatting to someone. You just sit there jumping in circles. They don't say you never done that, because everyone who's played an MMO has done that. Just walking around jumping in circles. But other than that, the Thief class, again, uses daggers, uses swords, and all that stuff. But they seem more effective because of the, I guess, the weapon speed. They seem much more effective using daggers. They're much more speed-based class other than damage, or at least it seemed that way when I played. But and probably for the offhand weapon, or the, not the offhand, but the secondary weapon, it'd probably be a good idea to maybe equip some pistols. I believe they can use dual pistols, and yeah, for let's say that in combat or in PvP where you can't get nice and close, you can just pop out your pistols and do some damage that way. Sometimes in PvP, like classes like a rogue or something, if they jump right in there in the mess, they're gonna get ripped apart. Like I said, the rogue, the thief, but they're just so similar. It's a blatant rogue class. Let's just put it that way. It is a blatant rogue class, and just like a warrior is a warrior class, and there's no denying that. A guardian is a paladin class. But yeah, like I said, if there's a big combat going on and you jump in there with a rogue head first, you're gonna get annihilated. I played a little bit of PvP with the rogue, and you're going to get annihilated if you jump right in there. It's more of a jump in there real quick, boom, 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 jump out. Possibly kite, possibly, disappear, reappear, that type of combat. And that's fine, because that's what the thief does. He's a sneaky little bastard. And we're going to go actually into the Heart of the Mists here, where you can actually take a look at the character at max level. So we can take a look at what you would expect from max level character. I know this is geared, these specs are geared towards PvP, but Guild Wars 2 is very much PvP oriented. They will have some PvE, but it's very much PvP oriented. So let's take a look at it. Same abilities, as I said. It seems that dual daggers is the choice for the and various, and they also have some traps, some venoms and stuff like that. Haste, as you can see, they're very much jump in, jump out class, and not initiate and engage in too much head-to-head combat. And as you see, dual pistols there for some ranged combat. Just showing you off. I really don't like the guns in this game. That's kind of cool, but I mean, I don't like the guns. I love playing a bow on my ranger, but I don't like guns. I especially in a fantasy world, I don't not too much of a fan of and I'm just showcasing a little bit of the abilities at level 80 here. But that's pretty much the thief. Very much a rogue class. Uses a lot of stealth. Its resources I can't even speak right now. Initiative, and basically they base themselves on stealing, dual skills, which is dual wielding, stealth, and shadow stepping. So other than that, that's what you would expect from a rogue. So if that seems something that you would enjoy playing, I definitely go ahead and and try that class out. So in the comment section below, just leave a message and let me know what class you are going to be playing. For me, like I said, I'm in between 3 different classes: Char Warrior, the Human Mesmer, and the Norn Ranger. I'm leaning more toward the Char Warrior and the Human Ranger, but no, not the Mesmer, the Elementalist. But the Elementalist does have some pretty cool moves, so we'll see there. If you hear vibrating, that's my cell phone. And but yeah, let me know what class you pertain on playing when the game goes live, or if you still haven't made up your mind, and what are your favorites so far. That's essentially it for me, guys. Just taking a look there, as you can see, it power is the main attribute to go for, probably a little bit, and a little bit of toughness and vitality there, and a little bit of luck up there at the stats at level 80. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you like this video. Don't forget to comment thumbs up, and if first time watching and want to see a lot more Guild Wars 2 video content, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a spotlight on each of the professions, and then on the next screen, when actually this video ends, you're going to see a link to my previous video if you want to check that out. It is the beta weekend finale event, and my thoughts on the game so far. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.